So I've got my object created, my main plywood, I've got my dimensions set up. Just to make this more realistic, I need to add braces, because for typical formwork, what you find is that there's a bracing around your plywood just to hold it together. So to do that, again, we go to create. And before we create these braces, we want to make sure that we create them on top of this surface. So to do that, let's go to set. This sets your plane. So click on pick a plane and then choose that object, right? So just click on it once, and now we're ready to create the braces on top of this plywood. So again, rectangular. Now let's have it as maybe, I don't know, 200. We can change the dimension if we want to. And before you click on the tick, make sure you lock these. So we want the braces to sort of be locked between these two reference planes. Click on the tick. And as I said, if we wanted to change the dimension, so we should double click on the brace, say this is 200, click on OK. So now we've got our first brace, and let's say we want this to be a certain dimension away from the edge from here. So to do that, we dimension. So click here, click there, and lock that. Oh, before you lock it, sorry, let's change that. Maybe you want that to be about 150. Okay, so now you should lock it. And the reason we lock it is because we don't want this to change, so we want this brace to remain at 150 from the edge. Now the other thing that you can do is you can create another two braces. Again, we want to create one in the middle and one at this end. So I go to create and extrusion. Click on that. And again, we'll lock these. And let's change that to 200. And click on the tick. And let's go and create the final one. So again, create, extrusion. And let's make that 200. Click on the tick. So just like we did with this one, we want to dimension that as well, so that it's at 150 mil away from the edge. So 150. So notice how if I wanted to change the dimension, I got to select the object. So once I select the object, I can see the dimension, and I can, play around with the dimension, set it up, and it should shift that object away from that edge. Now again, don't forget to lock that, so we don't want that to change. So if we go to our 3D view, notice how now we have these three bases. Now they're a bit too big, so we should reduce their depth. So maybe go with I don't know, 20. And this is how the object, our plywood object, looks like. So we've got the sheet, our plywood, and we've got the braces attached to the sheet. Again, in the next video, I'll show you how to dimension the width of these braces, and also how to control the positioning, so that the braces remain in the same sort of position even when you increase or decrease the size of your plywood.